We get started with our speakers today, and our first speaker is in his 25th year overall as a coach, his 19th as head coach at his alma mater at Isidore Newman, where he's won 150 games as a coach. He's creeping up on JT as we speak, right? He's taken Newman to the state semifinals twice, and as a player, he starred for the Greenies, went on to play for the Greenies of Tulane, and was part of an unbeaten season in 1998 under Tommy Bowden. At 8-0, Newman hosts Martin Luther King Charter Friday night at 7 p.m. at Lupin Field. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Coach Nelson Stewart of the Newman Greenies. Nelson.
Thank you, Kenny. Ken alluded to 150 wins. It was actually Ken that figured that out. I had no idea, and he actually put it out there. And before lunch, and it kind of says everything about him in terms of his love for high school football and whatnot. And along the lines of Coach Curtis, we don't want to say it before, but that number as a high school football coach is just hard to even put your head around. And I think the way he's done it, really in all divisions, and I was asked earlier my record against him, and it was a proud 0-4, like so many others. I said, the thing I learned is not just when you win, but how you win. Coach Curtis, when we came in with I believe a 5-win football team, they were the #1 team in the country. The final score was 35-7. And I think that speaks to his values and how he's always done things. And he's also made it harder for all of us as we get these milestones, because I wait for the next text to only 600-something wins to Coach Curtis. I think it's a number that'll never be duplicated. Obviously, I played with both his sons, and just a great honor, and I'm in awe of it. So early congratulations to him. Just phenomenal. As Ken alluded to, I've been incredibly fortunate to coach at my alma mater. It's actually my 18th season. I've been here as a head coach, 25 years. Anytime that I'm asked to speak, I think it's very important that I personally give all credit to Tony Reginelli, who really built the program, continues to be involved. He's 89 years old and still as sharp as can be. He retired, I think, a little bit young. He had over 200 wins when Hall of Famer Peyton Manning decided to, when he graduated, and he handed it over to Frank Jandusa, who just finished at St. Martin's and had an outstanding career. Now he serves the athletic director, and I've just had tremendous mentors, and it's just been a blessing to be at Newman School. We have a great staff at Newman, wonderful players, and we've been fortunate to have a strong start to this season. We had some great players last year, two of which went to the University of Texas. So I think when you have players like that move on, oftentimes the expectations are going to be your own within the building. We had strong expectations, and I think that ramping up our schedule, we were able to start out with 3 really big wins against Hahnville, Riverside Academy, and Benton. Playing up in class with some, and then Riverside is a D4 power. I think they're possibly even a favorite to get to the Dome in that level. Really for us, the staple win was a win against Manny. If you looked a year ago, I think we showed a lot of growth in terms of our ability to run the football, really play well in all 3 phases, and felt like we played our most complete game to point, and then didn't get any easier. We really had 2 wars following that, playing an outstanding bell chase team, having to win in double overtime. They just do a great job on defense, stopping the run, and we're able to really get in that battle. And then 2 weeks ago, De La Salle and Graham Jarrett, who might have been the best 2-win team I'd seen, they played a hellacious schedule. They came out, I think they played lights out. We knew they were going to be really good. They beat a Central Baton Rouge team that fell just short against Catholic. So we knew we had to play well, and we were able to get a 7-minute drive, running the football, getting the clock down to really close it out. And then as most recently beat Country Day. That was our district opener. They did a great job of shortening the game, snapping it 1 second. We were able to get a shutout, winning 35-0, and it was great for some of our younger players to get some opportunities. And our good young running back, great young running back, Hendricks Hill, was able to finish and get a running touchdown, which was great. Coming up, we got MLK Charter, a team that moved the ball fairly well against us last year. They have his number 5, their wide receiver, 6'3", 190 pounds. I think that he'd start anywhere. He's an all-state caliber wide receiver, and he's a threat really at any point. They're extremely athletic and explosive, and so obviously we're gonna have to play well and really play well in all 3 phases. You hear me say that a lot, and I know a lot of people looking ahead to the comments of St. Charles Week 10. We aren't, but I will say as you look at them, they're the #1 team in the state of Louisiana. They're 2-time defending state champs, and until someone, knocks them, back. To me, they're the favorite and they're the top team in our division. So it'll be a heck of a matchup with Coach Wayne Stein, who I feel like still has not lost a game yet in his third year as a head football coach. Just talk a little bit about our players this year. We've got a real strong senior class. Led by Jack Nesser, William Dare, and Hyde Manning, all three-year program players. I think that of those three, I think that so many times I've spoke about Arch over the past 4 years, who was so wonderful for us. I think we love to celebrate Hyde. Hyde's somebody that works tremendously hard in the weight room. He's a starting tackle for us. He's 220 pounds. He's super athletic. He's worked so hard. He shaves, I think, 0.4 seconds off his 40. He's also a backup linebacker. Plays hurt, just a great leader, and certainly I think has exceeded any expectations we could have for him, and really has been a leader in the locker room. Some of the other guys going through, Will Orzell, outstanding tight end, who plays defensive end. He's a South Alabama commit, has been really good in the run pass. We've got great receivers and Anthony Jones and Peter Loop. We really don't like to focus on one. We really like ball distribution. Those guys along with DJ Thomas has been great. Can't allude to Eli Friend. It's always nice when you have a player of his caliber. This is a successor to someone like Arch, and he's been great for us. I think he's not just throwing the football, running the football, managing the football game. He's very tough. He's a big 500-pound deadlifter, likes to lift with the lineman. That really helps us in terms of our ability to close games and extend it. And he's a great student. He's got 4.3 GPA. I think he'll have a chance. Thankfully, we have 2 more years of them to play in the Ivy Leagues, and we've got some great linemen. That's where it's won and lost with Brett Bordelon, Brandon Wilkins, Justin Wells, Henry Jackson. They're real big for our program, all about 280, 300 pounds, and we've been able to really, I think, be strong in the line of scrimmage. And then one thing, and learned it from Coach Curtis, you hear all 3 phases. We have a really good kicker in Jacob Desansky, a really good punter in Journey Manson. They take good attention to detail. Our coaches do a great job each and every week of really making sure that we're sound in the kicking game. We all coach special teams. It's not just a thing that we throw in. Been really proud of our team defense, how we run on the football, and I think our ability to run the football. I think that's really where the winning is done. And as I said, I'm very fortunate to lead this program. It's good to be undefeated, but you're only as good as your next outing. So we're just trying to keep our kids humble and focused. And it's amazing that we're at week 9. The season is certainly sprinted by, and everybody gets excited as you get close to PowerPoints and whatnot. And we're just gonna get to week 10 and go. But no, it's been a great start. Just again, very, very fortunate. And that being said, I really do appreciate Ken Trahan. Nobody covers it more. I think that Coach Curtis could probably echo the fact that one thing we've past few years, ESPN, a lot of outside organizations come through. Interestingly enough, they're not coming as much right now because all of a sudden you don't have that. But Ken Trahan, Ed Daniels are going to cover each and every high school, regardless whether you got an All-American, the #1 player in the country, national media, really doesn't matter. They have a true love of the sport, and obviously, along with JT, the work he does with Friday Night Football, I think local media and their coverage really should be commended. So really, it's an honor to be here. I greatly appreciate it, and always ask if anybody has any questions. If I hit everything. That was good. All right, very good. Thank you all so much. Thank you.